Turn out a sentencing day for the stowaway who was convicted of sneaking onto a flight from New York to Paris last year. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katersky has the story. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning to you, George. Svetlana Dali is due to be sentenced a short time from now for flying as a stowaway from New York to Paris. It was not her first try, and we can now show you her earlier attempt.
This is the security checkpoint at Bradley International Airport in Connecticut on November 24th. And there is Svetlana Dali in a hat and scarf trying to get through before a TSA officer turns her away. Dali then moves to a different lane and lingers. Watch as Dali waits for her moment. An airport worker shows her badge, and Dali follows closely behind, never showing identification or a boarding pass. Once inside the terminal, federal prosecutors said she hid in a bathroom. Then she's seen approaching a JetBlue departure gate, trying to board a flight before a gate agent stops her. 2 days later, Dali tried again. Surveillance cameras caught her going through security at Kennedy Airport without showing ID by blending with airline staff and using a special lane reserved for crew members. Once through, she removes her shoes, takes off her jacket, puts her luggage on the conveyor belt, and walks through. At gate B38, a different camera caught Dali in a gray hoodie, black jacket, and carrying a backpack, blending with other passengers boarding Delta Flight 264 and walking down the jet bridge without ever showing a boarding pass. Once on board, Dali hid in this bathroom for several hours and faked vomiting to keep the flight attendants away. They only figured out she was a stowaway shortly before landing and made her sit in a seat reserved for flight crew. Once Dali reached France, she was arrested and French authorities sent her back to the U.S.
Please help me. I don't want to go to United States.
Federal prosecutors say stowaway travel is a serious offense that endangers both the offender and other air passengers.
Dali has already been in jail for 7 months, and federal prosecutors say that should be enough to deter her from trying again to fly as a stowaway. So they'll ask the judge a bit later today to sentence her to time served.
It's a wild story how much she got away with, at least for the time being. Aaron, thank you.